So what is the problem with Rightmove for property investors? Well, the problem is Rightmove doesn't show us any of the investment data points that we need in order to make that investment buying decision. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Rightmove as well as a tool that we've created so that you can get access to all of the data points that you need in order to make an investment decision. So let's start with what data points do we need as property investors to make that buying decision. So the first is the rents. We need to understand what is the rental income that the property is going to be generating. The second is the acquisition costs. So how much money do we need in order to purchase the property that we found? Things like stamp duty and deposit requirements. The third are the mortgage payments. So how much is it going to cost us on a monthly basis if we were to buy this property using a mortgage? And the third are our net returns. So if I'm going to be investing X amount of money, what am I going to be generating on this side? What are my returns going to be? What does that look like? Is it a worthwhile investment? Okay, so I'm on Rightmove, and the first thing that I want to do is I want to understand what are the rental incomes for properties in the Southampton area. That's my neck of the woods. So I'm going to click on rent. And what I want to do is I want to select houses. And as an investor, I want to target 3-bedroom houses because I know 3 beds in Southampton let for significantly more than 1 and 2. So that's my target property type. Now, if I just scroll through and have a quick review of the rents, and I'm just looking for a bit of a gauge, a bit of a range between the rents at the top end as well as at the bottom end. And I can see at the top end, we're looking at around 1650, lower end around 1200-ish. Okay, now, if you have a look at the map right here, which I'm hovering over now, you'll see that obviously that range is quite wide. What Rightmove doesn't do is it doesn't tell me, well, if I want to target properties that can rent for, say, £1,600, where within the Southampton area would I be looking to purchase a property that could generate that rental amount? So that's problem number one. Problem number two is I don't know what the purchase price of those properties that I want to target that can rent for, say, £1,600 will be. So all I can do on Rightmove is input that I want to invest in the Southampton area and I want to buy a 3-bedroom house. Now, if I scroll down through these listings, you can see the prices are at the top end, but I'm not too sure if I want to buy a property at the top end. Why would I want to pay 600,000, 500,000, 550,000 in order for that property to generate 1,600 if I could buy something at, say, 250 that would generate me 1,300? So this is where Rightmove gets really confusing for property investors because, one, although it has lots and lots of properties and lots of data, it's piecing the data together in order to make that buying decision. So this is where our tool comes in. Now, it's only possible to understand the cost of debt if we understand what the rental income is from the property that we're looking to purchase. So the rent dictates how much we can borrow, which then dictates the cost of the debt. Once we've got the cost of debt, we can then understand what the net returns are. Now, that's quite a complicated figure to calculate if you don't have access to thousands of mortgage products and you don't know which product you're going to be moving forwards with. The good news is, on the buy-to-let platform, you click a button and all of those calculations are beautifully presented for you straight away. Okay, so we're in the buy-to-let platform. I'm super excited to show you this. So first thing, I'm going to type in Southampton to make it consistent with what we were looking at on Rightmove, but I'm also going to type in £100,000. Now, you would have noticed over here, this setting says available capital. So the difference with the buy-to-let platform and Rightmove and Zoopla, and the platform is powered by Zoopla, is that you cannot source based on price and you can't source based upon rent. You source upon the amount of money that you have to invest with, which logically makes sense. So for this illustration, I've got £100,000 and I'm looking to invest in the Southampton area. Now, what I also want to do is I want to specifically look at 5-year limited company mortgage products, and I want to look at products which have a 25% deposit requirement. So in other words, 75% deals. And what the platform's done automatically is shortlisted all of the properties within the Southampton area which are up for sale on Zoopla that I can buy with £100,000 with those filters. Now, the only change that I want to make is I just want to make sure that I'm looking at 3 beds. So I'm just going to set that up now, click apply. The platform will do all the calculations once again in real time, and here we go. So let's have a look at this particular listing here, which will generate £6,400 in profit. So let me click into that. This is a 3-bed, 2-bathroom. Excellent. Good. And if I scroll down, what you'll see is a summary table here. I'm going to do another video, so I'll come back to that. But what I'm most interested in is the data points. So what the system is showing me here is the top 10 limited company deals that I can move forwards with on that particular property with £100,000 investment. Now, what's important here is that the platform automatically categorizes those deals based upon the cheapest product, because obviously I've told it to do that. We're looking at 2-year deals instead of 5. Interest rate 4.84. I've got the initial mortgage payments, the fees, the overall cost. But if I scroll across the right-hand side, and this is where it gets super, super cool, I've got the estimated annual rents, the gross profit, the gross yield, the annual corporation tax. Yes, we can calculate annual corporation tax for you. We've got the net yield, so we can understand what the net returns are, and you will understand what the net returns are as well. I've got an annual profit of £5,432 on that particular product, and obviously, as you look down the table here, the annual profits do change depending on the product that you move forwards with, because depending on the product, depends on the cost of the debt. So if I continue scrolling to the right-hand side, I've now got acquisition costs. So if I move forward with this Kensington deal, it's going to cost me to acquire that property £98,378. Pretty cool. So my deposit requirement is £83,000. I've got the stamp duty. I've got other acquisition costs, such like legal fees. I've got the amount of debt that I'm going to be applying for. I've got the annual cost of the mortgage in my operating cost section, the annual maintenance, management fees, and corporation tax. So effectively, what the platform's doing, literally at a click of a button in real time, is showing me what I can afford to purchase in the Southampton area with a £100,000. If you're new to investing or you're a seasoned pro and you want to supercharge your property investment journey, then get in touch with us at SPV Mortgages. We'll get you pre-approved with as many limited company lenders as possible, and we'll get you set up on the buy-to-let platform so you can take your property sourcing journey to the next level. In closing, Rightmove is an excellent tool, which is why everyone uses it, but it has limitations. If you're looking to invest in property and you need data points in order for you to make that investment buying decision before spending any time or money on viewings or speaking to estate agents, I would highly recommend use the buy-to-let platform in conjunction with Rightmove, and you will supercharge, like I said earlier, your property investment journey. Now, as a bonus, what we've done is we've created what's known as a custom calculator, which is within the buy-to-let platform. This has been designed exclusively for properties that perhaps are not on Zoopla. So you can go on Rightmove, you can find the data, input it into the calculator, and it will give you exactly the same data sets that you'll see on any listing on Zoopla, which is in the main body of the platform. I hope you're enjoying the content. Please subscribe. This is a new channel. Hit the bell icon. Any questions, obviously pop them in the comments below. I'll personally reply. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.